Welcome to BMW Week here at TFLnow. I just went to BMW's Test Fest where they invited me out to check out a lot of their lineup. And this week we're focusing on some really cool new models, including the all-new BMW M2, the Alpina XB7, the new 7 Series, the new 3 Series with the facelift, and of course, the all-new BMW XM. It's going to be a great week, so check it out right now. Hey everybody, I've got such a fun video for you today because we are taking a detailed look at the brand new BMW M2 and more specifically why this car is the best M car in the entire lineup. But first, a word from our sponsor.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
So joining me today to help walk you through the brand new M2 is the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Sophion from Redline. Thanks for having me, Tommy.
That's right. So we're gonna do a little bit of a collab today going over this new M2 because this is one special car. Now the M2 is the smallest in the M lineup, which is huge now. You've got the M2, the M3, the M4, the M5, the M8, and then all the SUVs, right, Sophion?
There's too many M products, honestly, but yes, there's a lot.
And this is the most compact one, but also the most enthusiast-driven one. So the M2 starts life out as a standard 2 Series, and then essentially they take the subframes from the M4, and that's why it has such incredible proportions, because they have to wide body it, it's lower to the ground, and it looks almost entirely different than a standard 2 Series.
Yeah, I really like the look that they've gone here. Also, this color is called Zandvoorts Blue. Yeah. And what do you think of the color, Tommy? I love it.
It's gorgeous. It's just the greatest color. So I'm going to take the camera. I'm going to let Sophion walk you through some of the cool styling features.
Okay, so our enthusiasts have been waiting for an all-new M2 for quite some time. And I have to say, when this car leaked, I remember somebody leaked it and the front fascia was shown to the world, there was a lot of hate coming from the internet and of course everybody else. Personally, for me, I love the square proportions of it. Tommy, what do you think of the design?
Well, you know, Sophion, I was not sold when I saw it in pictures because you've got a lot of contrast between the curves in the headlights to the very flat front nose, very squared off front end, but it's definitely growing on me.
Yeah, I mean, I love the shadow line package that this car pretty much has with the black kidneys. I also love how BMW is restrained with the kidneys. It's not those gigantic beaver teeth on the M4 and M3. And then the headlights, I think they look really nice. I mean, I can kind of see what you mean. There's a little bit of kind of contrast with the round and the square and stuff, but on this blue, I think it really works. And you also have that heritage badge here to celebrate 50 years of BMW M.
Yeah, it's really cool. Now, my favorite part of the design is actually going to be along the side. The way they have the side sills incorporated, you really get a sense of kind of the width of the fender flares with this very squared off proportion. And it looks very almost E30 M3 to me, the way that it's very boxy and very kind of butch.
Yeah, I think BMW said it's like 1.5 inches wider than the prior generation, and you really see the stance of this car. It has some presence to it. Now, I also wish that we could open up the hood, but we were told by BMW that this is a very early prototype, so we can't open up the hood. But we have a new engine that's taken directly from the M3. It's a detuned version of that S58. So we have 453 horsepower from a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6.
Which is just crazy. And the greatest part is you get a choice of transmissions.
Yes, so you can take your pick between either a 6-speed manual or the 8-speed torque converter automatic, and BMW doesn't charge you extra for either transmission. This one here has the enthusiast choice, though, the manual. So it's a no-cost option to go from auto to manual or vice versa. Correct, which is honestly really nice. So I'll be curious to see what the take rate is. BMW won't tell us what people are going to and what they expect people to do, but I suspect more people are going to choose the manual, especially for a car like this.
Now, from a braking performance standpoint, we've got 15-inch discs in the front, 6-piston rotors, and you not only have staggered tires, but you have staggered wheel sizes.
Yeah, so they're both 19s, like you said, so 275s at the front. The backs are 285s, is I think what they said, but these are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S rubber. So the wheels are definitely going to be able to put that power to the ground. Remember, because this car is only rear-wheel drive with a limited slip diff. You can't get this car with their all-wheel drive system.
And what I love about it is you can really see it from the side. You've got 20-inch rear wheels and 19-inch front wheels. So it kind of gives you like a Hot Wheel style proportion. Now, as we come along to the back, it's even more square than the front. Look at that quarter panel.
Yeah, I think the rear bumper, I like the styling changes they've made. It has the signature quad outlet M exhaust system, which are also blacked out. And overall, I think it's just it's a really good looking car. I love the entire package of this car. Plus, in this blue, I would totally get it in this blue color.
Now, this one does have the optional carbon fiber roof, which is, what, a $2,600 option, something like that?
Yeah, so that helps to obviously lower the center of gravity, strengthen the overall structure. I think a pano or a sunroof was standard, is what they said, and then this is, like you said, $2,800 extra.
What I love about this car, though, is almost nothing is shared between the M2 and the standard 2 Series. So the trunk lid's the same, the doors are the same, but the quarter panels are different, the front end's different, even the roof is different if you get the carbon fiber option. Now, Sofian, I'm gonna let you take the camera for just a sec, and we're gonna hop on the inside because we're gonna see some pretty cool things as we jump in here. Now, first of all, these seats. These are over a $4,000 option, but these are carbon fiber buckets.
Yeah, those seats seriously look like they're going to hug you in place really, really securely. I do love the way they look. I didn't love how the comfort in these seats from like an M4, but I don't know, Tommy, you get in, you tell me.
All right.
Or you tell us, is it comfortable for you at 6'1"?
Well, so first thing you notice is I'm a pretty string bean of a guy. You know, I don't
String bean.
I don't have a lot of width to me, and I certainly am being hugged dramatically by these seats. So I would suspect that if you are
Of a wider frame?
Of a wider frame, if you're a little bit more of a Big Mac sized individual, these would probably be tight. And then you also have this little, what would you call this?
I would call it something else off camera, but it looks cool, but it probably would hurt you.
Yeah, I describe it as the family jewels bolster.
Yeah.
That's basically what that's there. These are a bold choice. You really want to have the most enthusiast-driven model if you want to get the carbon buckets. I'd probably get the comfort seats.
Yep.
And also in this new M2, if you get the standard seats, you have a choice of colors, which is new for this model as well. Because in previous M2s, they've all been black, right, Sophia?
Yeah, so I think they said that you can get it like in a cognac, which is kind of like a dark, or like a coffee colored maybe, which is nice that they're offering colors. And this one here also has the merino option, so you have the blue accents, which I think looks really great.
Now, I'd love to start it up for you, but this is super early production and we can't start it up.
Yeah, we were told we can't open the hood or start it.
And we also can't open the trunk, oddly enough. But check out the manual transmission. So a very short throw to the 6-speed manual with, of course, the M logo there on the shifter. It feels just phenomenal. Even sitting here, I love the way that this feels. This is going to be such a great stick to drive. We have carbon fiber everywhere. Carbon fiber across the top of the dash. Carbon fiber on all the little cubbies and across the center console, and even on the steering wheel. We have the M1 and the M2 programmable buttons. This model does have the heated steering wheel. It's got a lot of nice kind of comfort features and has the latest and greatest in iDrive 8, right?
Yeah, so that's the new curved display, which I think BMW just put on the not the refresh 2 Series, but like the next model year. So we have the nearly 15-inch screen in the middle with the 12-inch display in the center. Yeah,
and it looks fantastic. It's very modern. All the climate controls have been moved into here. Yeah, this is great. Now, what I love about M cars, right, is I'm pretty tall, 6 feet tall, but these are cars designed for tall Germans. So if you scoot the seat all the way back, like, there's no way I could drive like this. So if you're 6'5", 6'6", I'd be pretty confident that you'd fit in this car quite nicely. You also have a button down here to activate the M Performance exhaust, right? You got your different M mode buttons here. And I love kind of these cool tricolor M designs here across the door panels. So this is a fantastic interior. It's a nice mix of being racy, but without, like, you know, killing you, except with maybe the little crotch bolster. I probably wouldn't get these seats. But guys, let me know what you think of this M2. I personally love the M2 because it is kind of the most driver-oriented in the M lineup. Wouldn't you agree, Sofian?
Yeah, I mean, this is the smallest M car, the lightest, and it's probably the one that, you know, plays an homage back to the original 2002.
Yeah, and of course, like the original E30s, right? This is as close to that as you can get. Now, I can't wait to get this thing on the road and see what that inline 6-cylinder with the turbocharger is like to drive. But visually, I think I didn't like it in pictures. In person, it's a lot better. This Zandvoort blue,
I think so,
is phenomenal. Everybody we've talked to loves it. It's such a rich color, and it's so fantastic. And I think that this car is going to be an absolute winner. A great return to the BMW M heritage.
Yeah, I agree. And what do you? And BMW actually already announced pricing for this vehicle, Tommy. It starts at $62,195, which actually, to me, is kind of a decent price. Now, of course, this one here has the carbon roof and the sport bucket seats, so it's probably closer to $70,000. But production apparently starts next month, and you can pick this up at BMW showrooms starting in April of next year.
So, what do you think? Are you going to put your name on the list, Sophian?
Oh, it's tempting. It's very tempting. I do love the whole package of this car. I'll have to wait until I drive one.
All right. Well, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. A huge thank you to Sophian Baif with
Redline Reviews. Thanks for having me, Tommy.
Yep, and we'll see you on the next video. This is the ultimate sleeper of the early 2000s, and it's for sale right now over at TFLbids.com.
Yeah, this is my 2003 Passat W8 with a 6-speed manual, and it's one of only 2 in indigo blue with the tan leather.
And wait till you hear what it sounds like. We had a great sale last week of a 1997 Mustang for $8,900, so check out TFLbids.com if you want to auction off your vehicle.
Yeah, and we promise to get it listed and sold faster than any other automotive auction site.